Ja, hallo, guten
Darf ich
Tag.
du sagen?
Wie bitte?
Darf ich du sagen?
Ja, wir können uns duzen. Mir ist auch
Okay.
lieber so.
So, Andrew, where are you right now?
I'm at home right now. I live in Stuttgart, in
Mm-hmm.
Baden-Württemberg, so southwest Germany.
All right. The wonders of technology.
Yeah.
Um, let's take a step back though. Where are you from?
Well, I'm from McFarland, Wisconsin, so about 10 minutes south of Madison. Yeah, that's right. I did my bachelor's degree at Whitewater.
Uh-huh. And what was your major field of study there?
I studied business administration.
Okay, but you combined that with German. Why?
Well, to be honest, I have a little bit of a family background with Germany. My grandparents came from Germany. So, like a lot of people in Wisconsin, I think there was a partial connection there. And I had the opportunity in 2009 to visit a friend of mine who had studied at my high school. He was an exchange student from Germany. And so in 2009, I visited him. I visited the country and saw for the first time that Germany is not just a place you hear about, it's a real place where you can really go and you can be with the people. And I was impressed.
And you are in Stuttgart. How long have you been in Germany now?
In Germany, coming up this May will be my third anniversary since coming here.
Wow.
Yeah.
What company do you work for?
The company I work for is called MHP or MHP, Mischke Hoffmann und Partner. It's a consulting company. We do automobile consulting, and we're a Tochtergesellschaft. So I don't even know what that's called in English. A daughter company of
Subsidiary.
subsidiary. Yeah, that's right. A subsidiary of Porsche AG, and they're based in
What
Stuttgart.
what kind of employees work at MHP? Is it a very diverse workforce?
We have a lot of young people actually. We're mostly consultants. So what that means is we go to we I mean we are in the automobile industry, so we go to a lot of different companies like Mercedes Benz or BMW, Porsche, also Volkswagen. We go into those companies and we look at their technology and their processes, and we make recommendations to improve them, or we implement ways to do things better. So there's a lot of young people, a lot of dynamic there, a lot of young dynamic where you may need to be in one city one day and another city the next day. So you could be doing some traveling, be it with a car on the autobahn or maybe flying, depending on how far you have to go. So yeah, young people, flexible people, analytical people, a lot of analytical thinking, but it's a lot of fun. Maybe to go into a little bit more detail then on that subject. The first point I mentioned was analytical, which
Hmm.
in this context means being able to look at all the information that's given to you and make a decision or be able to come to a conclusion about the information that you have. Whether it be on a financial system or if you're helping out their human resources team set up a new travel portal. I mean, you can really go into specifics, but analytical is a big one. Being able to plan and organize is good, but also one of the things that really sets people apart in our industry is being creative. It's being able to bring new ideas to the table or to the drawing board, the whiteboard, and yeah, that's the thing that I like about it a lot. Is I think my personality type is more creative, and I like to explore new ideas, and yeah, in this field, that's welcomed. The thing about German is, or the thing about Germany, I guess, is everybody's most everybody in the U.S. has probably heard you can come to Europe and get by with English because everybody here can speak English. Well, that may be true, um, professionally, it's not going to get you so far. It's important. The language is important. And if not just for your professional life, also for your personal life, because when I was first learning German and spending time here, I realized how frustrating it was not being able to speak my thoughts, or to be able to go to the grocery store and just talk to the cashier. I mean, these are things you take for granted every day. And without German, I would have that problem here, and I don't think I'd be happy without it in the long run. There are definitely some things that I didn't really think about, or other things that I kind of expected, and I just have to deal with, that are, well, on a day-to-day basis, it can be pretty annoying. But probably the best thing it's kind of funny, that I can tell you is the first day at work. So I came in May, and I had an internship set up. I arrived on a Saturday in the morning, kind of groggy, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday morning, I had to be at my new job, and I had to go through the paperwork, and I had to get my picture taken and get an ID. And yeah, this stuff is okay. But they gave me a checklist of things that I need to make sure that I bring within the next week. And nobody was able to explain to me what the things on the checklist were. I mean, I had to go to the Finanzamt, so that's like the Ministry of Finance or something like that, to get a tax a tax identification card, a Studiumausweis. This is a proof of enrollment at your university. And at that point in time, I wasn't enrolled in any German university, so I had to figure out how to get a Studiumausweis from Whitewater. I had to prove my insurance. It was overwhelming. And that's the thing about Germany, is it's very well organized. There's a lot of paperwork. I mean, I have somewhere in my apartment, I have a stack of binders for financial documents for the past 3 years, and you really have to stay on your toes, because at some point in time, somebody's going to ask you what your XYZ number is, and you have to know it. So yeah, but I guess that also comes with being an adult, is you have to be more organized and pay attention to that stuff. So whether that's in the US or Germany, nah. I mean, that's a pretty heavy question. Best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah, it pulled me out of my element. It showed me a world I never knew existed. And I mean, I don't know how I can explain this to somebody that's never experienced it for themselves, but I guess the best way I can try to help somebody visualize that is, you see in movies or in pictures, or probably with Germany, a lot of history documentaries. You see a place, and you kind of imagine it, how it is that you see it. So maybe you see a lot of castles and mountains with rivers, or Bavaria, you think of Neuschwanstein, the big Disney castle. But when you get there and you realize that this is somebody's everyday place, that they live here, and there's a lot of other types of neighborhoods or villages or cities, and people are just as modern as you are in the US, and they have their own society, they have their own television, their own news, their own media, websites, and it's all in their German language, and they're all happy and don't necessarily need anything from your daily life. You have a lot more respect for the world, and then you get curious, and then you want to know, okay, so what makes these people tick, and what about their society? What's good? What's the good that you can take out of it? That maybe answers your question. That's the drive for me. That's the excitement.
If you could tell me about some of the simple, small joys of daily life over there. For example, I remember not being able to do much on Sundays, so we would take these long, lovely walks.
Okay, simple joys. Sundays are definitely, in the beginning it was tough for me too, or it was tough for me because it's one of the days where you can get stuff done, but here not. But yeah, I also enjoy that too, actually now, because since you can do nothing, you don't have to do anything, and it's relaxing. No more errands on Sundays. I like being able to be critical. This is a really nerdy answer. I like being able to be critical of what somebody says without offending them. Yeah, Germans are pretty open to discussion, and for us as Americans, especially for me in the beginning, it came off very harsh or mean, or you kind of go, okay, whoa. But no, it's a lot of fun because you end up being more honest with yourself, and the opinions you end up formulating are your own, or they're based on something. They're not just, well, I heard it from this person, or I heard it from this person, so that's the way it is. I could never go back to being like that anymore. Yeah. On a more normal, a more normal response to that question, there's obviously something to be said about going 140 on the Autobahn. Yeah.
Andrew, thank you so much.
Sure.
I think this will provide some very nice insights for our young people here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's what I hope so. Yeah. And maybe if you want to just let them know if anybody has any questions, or just want to discuss their interests with me, I'm open to do so. Yeah. All right.
That's a very nice offer. Thank you very much.